What's good, everybody? It's full-time trip. We're back in the building. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0 at the Emirates Stadium. Oh, okay. This is what it feels like. I have a heart attack over and over and over and over again weekly. Man, this is almost terrible, man. Listen, let me just say this out the gate. Let's take a deep breath first. Damn. Oh my gosh, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Listen, there could be a whole bunch of time for think pieces. Stadium did this. I feel like this. The crowd should be like this. We don't have X. This player this doing this. I need this player over this player. We gotta judge the medical. Did. There could be so many time for side pieces right now. I'm gonna start and end this video with the same thought. One win down or to go. Nothing else matters. They need to find a way, the players, manager, all of us as fans, to band together and say, despite all the things that we want to chirp at and talk about, it begins and ends with there's 4 games to go. 3 games potentially left in the Champions League. All out. This is where it's at. If you don't got no strength, find some. Get a sensu bean. Pick it up. If you don't got the wherewithal to scroll, stop scrolling. Put some again, like watch hours. Put a lock. Put a parental lock on your phone for your apps when you're scrolling, bro. If you don't got some type of wherewithal, bro, you better go ask somebody, get a second opinion from a doctor, and have them prescribe it to you. 4 games left in the league. 3 games left in the Champions League. Lock in and believe. That's the point I'll start with. That's what I'm gonna end with. Now about the game today. Again, how do I even sum this up, bro? How do I, at least in my eyes, a better job overall defensively to mitigate teams to not serious guilt as chances, in my opinion. There were some things that, again, Newcastle just whiffed. I think there was a Wisa chance from the Voltamata, like a loop pass, and Freddie Gibbs has just been on an absolute terrible run of form. Joined Newcastle, so that was moot. And I think it was maybe 1 or 2 shots from Bruno Guimaraes, but was it crazy? Defensively, on the ball, especially in crunch time, much better application. Much better. That looked towards the first half of the season that I was familiar with. We were really not afraid to go at teams and just, again, put our foot down, stomp down things, cut things out, do what we needed to do. Solid stuff. On the ball, execution, the points to impose your will as players, that is still in question. It's still in question. It's still misplaced passes. It's still the lack of intent to play the first time through at the earliest convenience when we know there can be a chance on. It's still the overthinking and trying to again over-engineer things to happen from an individual standpoint, and a lack of control at a technical level that allowed, again, a little bit of possession to be in flux. If we want to dominate on the ball and really do that, we're going to have to find ways to, again, make that happen. It can't just be hoof at the first convenience when we get the ball back in our first phase, you know? And it was not the most convincing overall. I think there were signs of good things there, obviously. But again, it comes down to execution, how much you really want to play with conviction on the ball, and specifically almost in the final third. It's that level of conviction. And some players definitely were showing it, definitely had it. And we'll talk about, again, that player who is, again, close to my man of the match. He's not my man of the match, but one of the standout players for sure. And there were some people who didn't. Man. And it's just, it is a painful catch-22 to be in as somebody who, at least for me, I want to appreciate all sides of the game. I want to give everything its proper merit as it is, look at things for what they are, and try to adjudicate, like, hey, what is valuable to us getting over the line? Every little bit, not just the attacking bits. Now, in that, again, I absolutely appreciate that out of possession work there, but we cannot sit here and front on the lack of attacking, just punch, the attack and punch, the spacing, the ability to win territory, advance up the pitch with haste, with impunity, with just a level of confidence and gravity that just can't stop. Some of these things, and again, the final third decision making, the decision making in crucial moments to create chances, to make things happen. Those little moments, I have to see more. We have to see more. If we're in a shootout, if we got a clip here and a clip there, and City got a clip there and a clip here, we have to shoot to kill. We can't half-ass it. We can't be dangling. Can't be. You can't be shook to let this joint off. You can't be shook to empty this clip, bro. When you see a chance, conviction, take that, move, go with that. And I think I saw too much of indecision today. I think I saw too much of indecision, overthinking. It wasn't flowing. The attack wasn't where we wanted it to fully be. And for the rest of the season, it's going to come down to, again, the availability of our technical players and players who help our overall play and fluidity. So that's Eberechi Eze, Saka, Calafiori, MLS, Miles Lewis-Kelly, if he's available for that as well. And again, certain players who chip in at like a secondary and tertiary level, like a Zubimendi, again, Declan Rice, to certain extents. If y'all say what y'all want, but Timber carrying the ball and being an extra option was helpful as well. So, damn me if I'm wrong, but I still think he has something to give in that regard. But yeah, the attacking impetus is still a point of contention here, and it's rough right now, man. It's just the decision making, the points of difference. And I tweeted this earlier, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I said across this game and across this stretch, it's about moments. This stretch of the season, I think it was like a man of the match so far tweet I did. I chose Eze as my man of the match at halftime. But it's about moments. It's about moments, and it's about intent. As much as I appreciate the intent from a defensive perspective to be on job again, very, very structured again, I point back to what I said in the previous video and to that tweet, all coming back into the same point of when it's our turn to take the pen from the opposition, when we're on the ball, when now we have the chance to write the story. What are we saying? What are we doing? Are we spending it worried about them, being too overthinking about them, and don't want to lose the ball here because that's a risk, and then now we're out of possession there? Or do we want to play with conviction to say, hey, this is our goal to score, and we're going to damn well score. It's coming. We're going to make it happen through this way, that way, one way, some way, any way. We're going to push the issue. And again, that switch in conviction of worrying about the other instead of focusing on self when we're on the ball, and simplifying the intent, simplifying the actions. I wish we could compartmentalize a whole lot better when it comes to that, but sometimes I feel like the defensive mindedness, which I appreciate, sometimes bleeds over into the attacking intent, and I am not the biggest fan of it at times. I can be very honest, very, very honest about that. So yeah, it's up to them. And I think, again, at a coaching level from Mikel Arteta, I thought today was a balanced lineup. I thought the injuries were unfortunate, but I thought the subs were very good as well. I thought it probably should have came a little bit early, but it's fine. I think it was moot, whatever. I thought, again, the one sub was needed, obviously. The subs were needed, obviously, with Havertz going down so early, but I thought the other subs were very, very solid. Gabriel Martinelli worked his socks off. Saka could immediately see his impact when he came back in. Miles Lewis-Kelly coming on for Zubimendi. I hope that is a feature that we see often as the latter end. Need to express with more verticality, with a little bit more oomph, a little bit more variety in how we advance the ball. I'm hoping that he gets a little bit of a run to be featured. I'm not even saying start, but feature more proactively as Zubimendi's getting tired legs. The man's already played 50 games this season. Again, move that around. So I thought the subs came at a good time. But again, it's just the at a team level, not at a managerial level, at least today, but at a team level, individual level. The execution, those moments, it has to be on. It has to be conviction, bro. If you see that pass to the middle, make it through the middle. You never know what's gonna happen. If you got a if you're in the channel and you're getting us up the pitch so much so much. You're actually doing good to help us advance territory with these channel runs that you're making. And you see the pass on to two people in the middle of the pitch. Make the right pass. Execute. Do what you have to do. Top level professionals. Again, these moments where you have to execute. It is the intent and it is the moments that will define this period that we're in. And we have to find it at an individual level primarily. That's where my focus is. At an individual level, find the moments to impose intent consistently throughout the 90 minutes, finding those pockets, making those decisions, managing the game, but still being ready to turn the screw when the keyhole's open. And the moments. How do you find the moments? How do you make those moments and turn them into something that benefits us? A goal, an opportunity, a chance, again, and something that's there. I didn't see enough of that from the entire squad to warrant that to be a great performance. It was an okay performance, you know, but even a really good performance, especially from an attacking standpoint. In the games to come, they know, Arteta knows, we know that on the ball we have to do more. And I'll read the quote. Let me see the quote here. He said, "Hey, Mikel Arteta himself, he had so much discipline, courage, and great habits defensively. With the ball, there's moments that we have to do much better if we want to be much more dominant. We have to have some end product. The important thing is the reaction." You see it. He sees it. It's about that end product, the decision making. There has to be more conviction. There has to be more danger. One of the best things that I saw about this game, from a team standpoint, was the fact of, and I'll get onto him in a second. I'll talk about him in a second. But Eberechi Eze, the 3 short corners that we took, the ball got right outside the box, and he's taking a shot. Everybody expects us to be set piece FC. This is getting lumped in. This is going straight there. And we added a dimension that forces somebody to take a shot, for one, and incentivizes somebody to take a shot for 2. And more importantly for me, it makes defenses ask questions. If we're too formulaic with how we play, if we over-engineer and overthink, that just gives the defense more time to say, hey, listen, I'll wait for you to make a dumbass decision. You're closing off your angle. You don't have enough time to make anything happen. And we can just see this out. Easy money. We can make that happen. But if we're on a set piece, for instance, and I can lump it in, I have Gabriel, I have Rice, I have Havertz here on the top corner or whatever. I have people outside the box. They want to guard the box. We know, oh yeah, they're going to lump it in. They're going to lump it in. No worries. We see what they usually do. And we play it short and a dangerous shot is on. Boom. They're like, oh shit, they actually shot it outside the box. Damn. Right. Should I jump next time? Should I go for that? Should I stay back? They might change. You create doubt. The more options you have to show attacking intent from wherever you pick up the ball, shots outside the box, again, convincing play, early shots when you create separation, those little moments add doubt in opposition minds. What do I do next? What are they gonna do next? That organic impetus that spawns from being more forceful with your decisions, being more front-footed with your decisions, having a little bit of guile in your decisions. That's what created that first goal. That's what created the only goal in this match. And that's what created those little moments where we could see, again, the little sparks of attacking play, imposing your will from an attacking sense and creating questions in the mind of opposition. That's all I want. I don't even want to, I'm not even jumping the gun and say, oh, I want goals, I want this, that, and the third. Obviously, we all do. I just want you to make them think. I just want people to have enough conviction in their actions to make people think twice. Make defenders think. Make them survey options in their head. If I have Madueke here, is he gonna cross early? Is he gonna cut to the byline? Or is he gonna over dribble 3 times and I just have to see him out or see him turn back around and do the other thing and recycle to Odegaard, recycle to here, recycle to there, and then we can just reset and go again? Yeah. Which one sounds better to you? Oh shoot, what is he gonna do now? Or, oh, I know exactly what he's gonna do. Let's see what happens and let's just get another help defender in case he might get past me slightly. The decision's yours. You know what I'm saying? It's not mine. Let me know in the comments which one sounded better. That's all I'm saying. But we have to find that impetus to be more forceful, impose our will, and make them ask questions. Make them ask questions of them. We ask questions of the defense. They ask questions of themselves. Doubt creeps in. We find opportunities, spaces, score. And it's not coming from overthinking. That's not going to come from over-engineering. It's not going to come from dwelling on a thought or on the ball or looking for an action for way too long. You saw when Saka came on, and this is why he is so important to how we play. Because more often than not, he has the picture of what's happening already in his head. Ball down, move, move, move. And I'm gone. And I'm making something happen. As soon as I get the ball on the side, okay, I see one on the box, one this side. I could curl it. I could, you know what I'm saying? I could curl it. I could cross it. I could lift it over. Damn burn. Let's rock. And that took about 2 seconds in his head to process. It's not he's writing down his work. Oh damn, let me just get this together, man. If I carry the 2, doing this, and he's doing all this while he's dribbling the ball. If I carry the 1 and I'm just doing this, oh damn, oh the angle's gone. Let me just pass back to Odegaard. No, that's dropping my phone. The point is still. If we're sitting there over engineering every single attacking possession that we have, eventually we're gonna run into a wall, and that wall we run into quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker every time defenses gets at this season. They know, they study. And on top of that, they can feel it in the game as we go across the 90 minutes. My biggest gripe has still been the propensity to try, the propensity to just assert yourself and make something happen, whether it be organic, whether it be something that, again, that was a routine. When you have the chance, try it. You'll never know what happens from that. And even if nothing comes from that, the attempt created a question in the defense's head. I need them to provide more prompts for these guys, ask more questions of themselves, for opposition to ask more questions of themselves and what's happening. But real quick, at an individual level, just want to give some shout outs really briefly. Let me just go check the lineups here just to make sure I'm good. Subs wise, obviously Bukayo Saka's back. Gonna need him. Mwah, love that. Miles Lewis-Skelly, good cameo, solid out of possession. Again, just good movements here, good pass and vertical. Again, good verticality in his passing, just simple passes, simple stuff made spectacular sometimes because of how we played. So good to see that. Martinelli worked his socks off, so good stuff from him. Victor Gyökeres, that was not a good showing. Let's keep it a stack bundle, guys. That was not a good showing. And I'm not going to sit up here and dwell on it because people are going to have plenty to say about him. But at some point, he needs to meld to us, or the team needs to meld to him a lot more. And I just don't think we have the time in the season to fully diagnose this. But what's happening right now is not good enough. He's not good enough for the requirements all-round play-wise. And this is the thing. He's a conflicting character, bro. I believe he has more to give. This football. Just started, injuries, again, an injury, had to play through a foot injury or whatever. He didn't find full flow. Players around him not, again, fully there. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Adjustment to a new league. I understand. I still think he has more to give. But this current iteration, for the good that he does with his physical presence, with him bringing us up the pitch, again, as an individual, the actions on the ball and with the ball, related to the ball, have just been subpar. And overall, I can be honest about that. You know, again, the scrappiness, him putting himself and applying himself in the press, and again, when things are ugly, that's what I love. But the rest of it has to start to chug along, and we'll have a point about that at some point after the season's done. But I'm gonna still back him. I still think he has a couple moments to produce for the rest of the season, but today just wasn't. Standout players. I'm not gonna go through a whole ratings, but I'm gonna give standout players here. William Saliba. Week in, week out, this guy goes unsung, but I just want to let you know and give you a good reminder right now. He is that guy. On the run, 1v1 versus Sula, in the build-up, carrying. Wonderful player. Incredible player. And he said it. We need to die on that pitch. Players need to die on that pitch for the club. And that's what a lot of people are damn well doing. So, shout out to William Saliba. Wonderful from him. Odegaard. Need to release the ball sooner in a lot of different situations when we're in transition, please. But we do not have a competent build-up without Martin Odegaard. Not have an effective first phase that can beat the press without Martin Odegaard. Simple as that. Need him. Every player is needed. Every player has a strength. him in the build-up, him taking responsibility off of the hands of other players. We needed that. Yes. Zubimendi, give some shout outs to him because I thought that was one of his better games in possession, out of possession this calendar year so far. But that was not his best game for sure this calendar year, but definitely one of his better ones. The dueling today was on point overall. I think there was one, again, the one Buki one he had at the beginning of the game. But everything else I thought was really solid. So that was good. But he found himself attacking in much better positions. This is a much better balance between Odegaard, in my opinion. Like, there needs to be more phases where Odegaard will pick up in the first phase. Zubimendi will find those little pockets to, again, go out, do what he needs to do, find some attacking motions, which I thought we were, again, effective in. I think that was probably in the spell, our best spell in the first half. But yeah, I thought Zubimendi had a better game. Let me see. Eberechi Eze, real quick. Springtime. All in the air. Birds chirping, bees buzzing, all that good stuff like that. Eze is that guy in the spring. Stop playing with him. Everything about what I want this to be is epitomized in Eberechi Eze. Everything. The poise, the dynamism, the intent, power, imposing your will in an attacking sense is epitomized in Eberechi Eze, and he still has some moments for the rest of this. That's a player that I want. I'm so glad. My man of the match, however, close, but again, real quick, Hincapie, Piero Hincapie, the Jefe. That man got some dog in him. He got dog in him. Air Bud, Beethoven, not the composer, but the dog. He's one of them. He's one of those. When the going gets tough, he gets 10 toes down like Peanut Live from 215, bro. He's in there. He's in there, bro. Clearances, 1v1 defenses, just warding things out, being proactive. This guy, when there is a rough battle, when there's a dog fight to be had, when it's a trench warfare situation or scenario, he is there. He is there. And I cannot thank him enough for his efforts. Calafiori's been out. When MLS ain't been on the best rhythm this season. You know what I'm saying? He has stepped up tremendously. These are the kinds of players you want in situations like this. In points of the season like this. Everything is on the line. You need people to hold leads, to defend our goal, to make things happen. That is the epitome of what I want our defense to be every time out, especially at this point. Eze was the attacking sense, Hincapie is a defensive sense. Without a shadow of a doubt. My man in the match, man. And we move on. Atletico in the midweek. Gotta see what that's like. Oh my gosh. Game by game, man. And oh yeah, let me end how I started. 4 games left in this league. Essentially 3 games left in the Champions League campaign. Make it all the way through. Whatever you have an agenda about, whatever player you care more for, whatever tactic that you don't like, I get it. I understand. I have my own. I get gripes. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a narrative. Everybody has something that they want to spin. Cool. At the end of the day, there's no word on the crest of the club that says narrative. No, you know what I'm saying? There's no little hidden patch behind the cannon that says, oh, this is an agenda-based club. None of that. Cannon for Arsenal. That's it. So with the 4 games left in the league, the 3 games left in the Champions League, lock in, leave, be on one accord. So simple as that. Simple as that. When it goes, impose your will. Fans, manager, players, impose your will. We're doing things. We're close to doing something that we've done in a long time. Take an extraordinary amount of effort in doing things that have not been done in a long time from us. All of us. So, I know me. I got no choice to lock in. What about you? Speaking of you, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the game, the goal, performance, all that good stuff like that. What we got coming up next. Let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, let me get about y'all hair. I need to go eat. I haven't eaten all day. Listen, stop stressing me, but I love this damn. It's not gonna go watch the Knicks. Listen, I'm full time trip. It's all the time I got. Till next time, I'll see y'all later, man. I love y'all. See y'all.